Hey YouTube, how you guys doing today? Kevin here coming at you with another video. Well, I picked up another generator. This right here is a non-running. Gentleman told me when I got it, it had a blown engine. And when I picked it up, it was free. Completely free generator, 5,000 watt. The spark plug was still attached to the spark plug boot. And when I went to put the spark plug in, I noticed something. The spark plug was stripped out, so I couldn't put the spark plug into the spark plug hole. So now we're gonna have to take a look and see what we can do about that. So it should be a pretty interesting repair. I pulled the engine over. Engine feels pretty good. It's got a ripped rope, so it's gonna break a starter rope at some point. That'll be another video. And I did check the oil. The oil is full, but it is nasty black. So he said the machine after that sat for a couple of years, and he just put it under his deck and let it sit there. And as you can see, a result of that, it's got crap all over this thing. It's going to need to be pressure washed seriously bad. However, other than that, it's a complete machine, other than the fact of the stripped out spark plug hole. So he's like, oh, it's going to need a cylinder head. Well, I don't know. Let's see. So it's got a Subaru engine. I already did a video on a Subaru engine on doing a governor. So you guys, if you guys have a machine that just throttles up and goes crazy, you guys can check that out. It's got a GFI, which is broken. We have to replace that. I'm not doing that today. But it's a 5,000 watt 6250 surge. So this is actually a pretty decent generator for someone who needs a generator. And being a Coleman generator, the parts are readily available and everybody mocked them. Now, it wasn't giving spark. I checked the spark already off camera. I disconnected the oil level to see if that would help it. It did not. It turns out it changed out the spark plug and it gave spark. So I'm not really too worried about that. So I can plug that back in. It works both ways. So without further ado, let's get you guys in the stand, and we're going to use this kit right here. Pick this up at AutoZone, and it's got the different thread inserts. We're going to tap the hole and do all that, and that's what we're going to do on today's video. And this will work on anything you guys are working on: your motorcycles, your dirt bikes, your pressure washers, snow blowers, motorcycles, whatever you got. You guys can tap the hole, put a helicoil in there, and it's perfect. I'm going to show you guys the proper way of doing that today on the channel. That's what I'm doing on this one. So anyway, guys, if you guys haven't had a chance to, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell icon, so when I post a video, you guys get it. So let me get you guys in the stand, and I'll be right back. Alright, so I got you guys up there. So I'm going to tell you guys the first tip of the day: never trust anyone, period. What does that mean? That means that you don't know if they put the correct spark plug in there. So the spark plug that you take out may not be the correct one for this machine. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look and see how the thickness of the spark plug. You'll see what I'm talking about. Okay, I see how big it is. Yep. Okay. So what I'm doing right now is I'm looking to see the threads and the pitch. So is it a big one? Is it a short one? Is it a small one? What type of plug is it? And the reason why is because there are three different types. There is a long one, a medium one, and a short one. We're the medium one. Okay, so let me go open up this thing. Okay, and now what you're going to do is you're going to take your spark plug and your size, and you're going to match them up. Make sure they're the right size, which they are. Now, when you buy one of these kits, the newer ones come with they all come with taps. This is what a tap looks like right here. So that right there is the actual size of your spark plug. And then this size right here is the size for your cutter, because you're going to be doing oversize. You're going to be screwing this in place. And then you can see the knurled edge right there. See if we can focus in on that. There's a part up top that's distorted. You can see them. And I'll show you what that is after the fact. So I'm not going to use the one that came with the, this is the new tap right here. See how it's just a bolt? I like to use this one right here that I had from an older kit. See how it's got the 3/8 adapter? That's what we're going to use there. So I'm going to take some lubrication, just some regular PB Blaster, or WD-40, whatever you want to use. You can use anything. You can use a motor oil, whatever you want. I'm just going to coat my just going to coat the tap with it. Okay, nothing crazy. And I'm going to get a, put it right on there, right on my extension. And I'm going to start it in by hand. See if I can follow the thread pitch, if I can. You don't want to tap this thing crooked, you know. It's going to be kind of difficult because you know they're stripped out, but once you get a couple of turns on it. Okay, now I know I'm lined up. That right there is the most important thing, because if you put this in and you just start cranking on it, all right, what's going to end up happening is it's going to go at an angle, and then you're going to mess up the cylinder head. So go straight on it. And all I'm doing is tighten this down. I'm going to wind it in. Now, I got to tell you guys, there's one more part to this that you want to make sure of, and that's you want to make sure that your piston is down in the bore. So I forgot to check that real quick. We're going to check that right now. Okay, I can see the piston's way down in there. And to just change it, we can, I can't really see it too much, but okay, it's down right now. Okay, good. All right, so we're gonna put this in, re-put that back in, get it to where it's got to go. And once you get in, we're just going to crank it down and tap, tap, tap-a-roo. When it starts to cut, you'll know, you'll feel it. Okay, right now I'm starting to feel it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reverse it. I'm going to back it up. I'm going to go forward again. 1, 2, 3 cuts. Back up. Now let me tell you what that does, okay? These right here are called flutes. So when you're cutting, these fill up with the metal. When you back off, it cleans them out. So it allows it to move a little bit. And that right there is really what you need to be doing. You need to be going back and forth. Tight, tight, tight. Clean your flute. Tight, tight, tight. Clean your flute. Okay? Don't be afraid to throw a little bit more oil at it too. Okay, so now we're going to take this out. And inspect. Okay. You can see all the metal on there, which is good. And my threads for that spark plug hole look absolutely mint. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to blow that out real quick with a compressed air. This stuff can blow back at you, so watch your eyes. See all the metal coming out? Now I have both intake and exhaust valves are closed. So the air goes in the cylinder and blows the metal back out. Okay, I think we're good there. Alright, now for the next step. Okay, so next step is you're going to take your insert that you have selected, and I'm going to use some red Loctite. I'm just going to put a little, this is the gel I use. You don't need a whole lot, just a little bit. Okay, I put some on one end and on the other. So it's on two ends. And then I'm going to take it and I'm going to stick the spark plug into the threads with the knurled end. So if you look right here, you see how there's a knurl? It's different, it's distorted. That's going to be last. Something like this. Do not put Loctite on the spark plug end. You'll never get that plug out. And then just kind of set it in there where you want it. It should go all the way in with no issues. Sometimes you have a hard time getting them back out, not too often, and so I use a pair of pliers. Just kind of wind it in as tight as you can, just hand tight with pliers, and then once you get that set, then back out your plug. And hopefully the insert doesn't come with it, because it's not set yet. Okay, see right here, the plug came out with no insert on it. I take my flashlight, I look, make sure it's flush. Okay, probably gonna go one more little step with that. So I'm gonna put this back in one more time because it wasn't quite set where I wanted it. I like them flush. That's how they should be, flush. All right. Yep, now it's flush. So I used the socket, I wound it in, I gave it a little snug and backed it off. I thought I hit record, but I didn't. I apologize on that. So now the spark plug insert, you can see it right there. It's inside, and the knurled part is towards the outer part of the threads, and that's where this comes in. So what this does, you see that little flare on the end? So that takes the knurl part and spreads it out. So this is going to fit into the threads like that. And then you're going to whack here with a hammer. You're going to give it 2 good sharp hits. Okay. Now I'm going to use my hammer, and I got the insert in. I'm going to give it a couple of nice. You want to hold it straight as best as you can. You want to hit it. If you can't hit it hard, you make sure you get it. Okay, good. I think that's good right there. Yeah, a couple of good sharp hits or a couple of little light taps, and basically all you're doing is you're taking that insert and you're flaring it out on the end, and that's what that bevel is right there. And then your spark plug should be happy enough to screw in like so. Don't gorilla tighten it. Just tighten it. Look at that, huh? Almost looks like I knew what I was doing. Alright, cool. Alright. This thing clearly hasn't had gas in it for quite a long time. Look how nice and clean that and dry that tank is. Alright, so we're going to throw some gas in it and see if, well, we'll see if it'll even kick. Because I have no idea if this thing's even going to work. That's the beauty of the whole thing. But it was free. I like free. This thing could leak gas all over the place, who knows. So for starters, we're not going to fill it. We're just going to put a little bit of gas in it. Just enough to see if we can get it to run. And the fact that I'm out of gas, we can't really help it much. Right. It's been in the 90s, guys, so I haven't really been doing a lot of bike repair videos, you know what I mean? It's been crazy weather. Alright, so let's see. Fuel petcock is on. Engine is on. Choke is that way. Alright, let's see if we can get this thing down. Let's see if it'll even go. Oh yeah, that's not, of course, bad. Alright, let's see if we're getting fuel to the carburetor. Might not be getting fuel to the carburetor. So, pull this little plug off the bottom. Oh, got the wrong size. Let's try with these. Looks like a 8mm. And there you have it, no fuel going to the carburetor. Alright, so that's another issue. Let's figure that out. Okay, I pulled the carburetor, the filter, the the fuel line off. Turn this right here, we got fuel flow coming right out of it. So we're getting fuel out of here. So let's hook that back up. What's up with that? But we got fuel flow. Alright. But with the plug off, we have no fuel to the carburetor. Dry as a bone. Look at that, huh? Alright, let's see if we tap it off. Ew! Look at that old fuel, huh? Wow, just crystallized right inside there. This carburetor needs to be taken off and cleaned. Holy cow. Let's see, it smells funky too. Let's see if we get any fuel out of it now. Oh yeah. She's all clogged up, guys. All clogged up. Look at that, huh? So it looks like I'm going to be pulling this carburetor off at some point. So anyway, guys, I'm going to end the video here. And then we'll do another video on, well, I'm going to take this carburetor off with the 2 bolts and clean that jelly out. Look at this, guys. Let me see this. Hold on. Alright, ready? Watch this. Look how much is in there. Isn't that crazy? But look underneath. Look how clean it is underneath all that. Carburetor, just set this thing in the ultrasonic cleaner for a little bit. And boom, I bet you this thing will be perfect. Isn't that crazy? Look at that thing, huh? Huh. Well, anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. And we're going to get into this a little later. I'm going to pull this off and get that in the ultrasonic cleaner. It's only 2 bolts. You guys know how to take the carburetor off. But I'll get that in the ultrasonic cleaner, and hopefully we'll be doing a first start on this thing pretty soon. Alright, guys, I'm off for now. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. I'll talk to you guys later. I'm out!